Hello everybody. Today we're going to do this card, which is called the Hanging Tools birthday card. And I just thought I'd just pop this on the screen to show you that in my group Card Making with Judy West, in my Facebook group, there is actually a set of instructions like this that can be downloaded from the files. So every card that I make on YouTube, if you want to join my Card Making with Judy West, you'll get a full set of instructions with cutting, tools and materials you need, and the basic instructions that I go through online. So that's for you if you want it. This is the card we're going to make today. I'm calling it the Hanging Tools birthday card. And as you can see, the tools are just strung up there with a bit of rope. This greeting here is raised with mounting tape. And inside, I've just added some white, which is a better colour to be writing on. First thing you need is an A5 piece of cardstock. And I've chose this beautiful bright teal colour, and you just fold that in half in order to make your card. Now we're going to do this card today landscape like that. So the first thing you can do is take your white and glue it to the inside of the card. And make sure when you glue it in that there's an even border on all four sides to highlight that white on the inside of the card. And just use a card to push that glue down and make it flat so that the paper doesn't buckle and bubble. The next thing we have is some black card, which will go on the front. Same deal, even border all the way around. And then we don't stick the brown on, sorry. Then we have the brown. Now what we have to do, if you have a look at this card, is we have rope around it, or twine around it. And the way I stuck the twine to the card was over on the back. I came down about 2 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters if you're in Imperial, maybe an inch. And you peel that tape off. And then you can have one long piece. I've got one long and one short piece here. Here's my long piece. This is the back, remember? So you glue that there, wrap it around, there we are, bring it across again, stick it on there, and then this last one I bring across as well. Try and get it to sit flat if you can. Okay, and you have those sitting there like that. Now what you can do is with mounting tape, you can tape this to the front of your card. And when you're taping the mounting tape on, please don't put it on this rope section, because you're going to make that whole section higher than everything else if you do. If you're a bit worried about this remaining stuck down, you could either glue it or run another piece of tape over the top in a couple of places, just to ensure that it stays stuck. Up to you. Okay, now this can be mounted on the front of the card, again with an even border on all four sides. And I'm having trouble doing this. Let's go that way. There we are. Now, these little pictures, if you haven't got stamps or die cuts or things like that, sometimes you can just go to sites on the internet that allow you to either free or pay for a download. And this little one I paid for, and it was on a clip art site on the internet. And I just downloaded it, and the one I purchased was adjustable, so I could adjust that one to the size I needed for those cards. I have already cut, I've now cut them out. Didn't think you'd want to watch me do that. And I'm going to weave them through this rope and still leave enough room to put the greeting down the bottom. So if I put this one through the middle one, like that, I'll put the next one under the two outside ones and over the middle one. So it gives you the effect of them being woven. There's quite often a difference between perfect and interesting. Okay, I might go that one that way. Move them over a bit so they're all relatively interestingly spaced. There we are. Now all I do is then put a little bit of glue at the top and the bottom. There. And down here. There we are. Now they're stuck on. Now, as you can see, I've left the white hole there because it was a bit small to cut. So all I do is just get a brown marker and fill it in, and it looks like it's been cut through. And there we have those on. These actually were cut at set sizes, so I'll do that first. The white was 2 centimeters by 5. The white was 2 centimeters by 8.5. The teal is 2.5 by 9, and the black is 3 by 9.5. So I've got roughly 0.5 of a centimeter size difference between each of those, and if you're working in inches, 1/4 inch by 9. 2 by 8.5. And 9.5 by 3. So those all, if we have a look at that against there, all fit nicely into each other. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to choose some writing to go on the white bit. It's not the right colour, but it is the right length. See that? It will fit on there nicely. So what I do is I get a permanent marker in the colour I want, and today the colour I want is black. And I colour in the writing. And let it dry. Shouldn't take too long to dry. Just blow on it a bit if you want to. Now what you do is you peel your sticker off. And I always hold it with tweezers so that it's easier to see where I'm putting the writing. Now that hasn't given me a black effect, it's given me more a metallic black effect, which is quite interesting when it goes with the tools. There we are, it's a bit curved. Good part about tweezers is I can lift it up and reposition it without my fingers getting in the road. There we are. Now on the first one, what I actually did is cut the ends. And to do that, I actually cut the white first, made sure the writing fitted, cut the white first and glued it to the blue, and then I cut the blue, just the ends, so that it had a border, and then glued it to the black, and then I cut that shape out of the black. Now this time I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to leave it as a rectangular shape, so I can just glue all these together. And then, to make it a bit more interesting, rather than have it sitting flat down, which still looks nice, you could have it raised like that, so that it's got a two-dimensional look to it. Now, I think I'm going to leave that one flat, seeing I've done that one raised. So I'm just going to glue that one again. So you've got a choice of tape glue or mounting tape for this, or glue dots. They work well too. There we are. So there's the same card done two slightly different ways. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye for now.